to Memphis, Tennessee, home of the big money, the Kings, both Elvis and BB, and one heck of a racing facility that just loves to challenge veterans and rookies alike. Today, Memphis Motorsports Park is standing ready to host the Jani King 200 as 37 cars prepare to get underway.
On behalf of tens of thousands of Jani King franchisees, customers, and employees around the world, gentlemen, start your engines!
All right then, hello everybody, I'm Bob Diller, Jim Trado and Sandy Hang on Pit Road. Buddy Baker will be with me in the booth, but right now he is on the track, and let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Jani King 200 presented by Flash Market. On the first two rows, Joey Clanton, Butch Miller, Robbie Pyle, and Gary St. Amant, two of the top four guys in points. Joey Clanton is back on the prowl.
Joey Clanton got back on track last race at Toledo, picking up his 8th win of the season. Now, he's won here before in Memphis. How do you plan on making it win number 9 this year, Joey?
Well, the biggest thing is just keeping this car clean all day long, keep it out front. I mean, the Campfire USA car was great yesterday, and we'll just try to stay out front and win this thing again, bring it home, another win at Memphis.
Gary St. Amant is starting in 4th. He's got Joey Clanton in front of him, and behind him, David Stremme and Kevin Sawinski. What does he do? Watch his rearview mirror or put the heat on Joey?
Well, you know, I think this is a good racetrack for Joey. He's going to take care of himself here. You know, we just need to race David and Kevin here hard and, you know, stay in front of them. And later on in the year, we can get that points lead and get our 3rd championship.
The other two guys in the title chase are in the next two rows, Kevin Sawinski and David Stremme. Kevin in the 3rd row, David in the 4th row. How about 17-year-old Casey Smith turning things around here in ASA?
Young Casey Smith was wrapped up in this crash at Toledo Speedway last race with Greg Stewart. Now, the Black 08 is within the top 10 in qualifying here at Memphis, Casey. What do you hope to accomplish today?
Well, we hope to just have a good, solid top 10 run and see if we can't learn something from St. Amant and Clanton. They're right in front of me and be here at the end of 200 laps.
Starting 9th, David Hall. He crashed really hard here in testing, hurt his foot. Danny Frederickson, Peter Cosolino, and 16-year-old Reed Sorensen. Todd Cleaver from Wisconsin hoping to turn things around. Travis Kittleson back here in ASA. In the next couple of rows, Bill Clemens, Jason Boyd, the birthday boy, Ed Brown, and Kyle Busch. Kyle running okay here, but what's up, Doc?
When it comes to qualifying, Kyle Busch is like Bugs Bunny going after a carrot. But this week in Memphis, he is in the unusual and uncomfortable position of qualifying 20. What happened?
We actually don't know. The car ran great. It stuck pretty good through the corners, but this might be down a little bit on the straightaways. We don't know. Maybe we got to work on aerodynamics, but we'll come through the field and hopefully get up front.
Starting way back, 21st is the Sequoia number 17 for Mike Garvey. But he told me this morning, I asked him, how about a prediction, Mike? He said, I'm gonna win. Brian Schwartz, Craig Stewart, Greg Edwards, Doug Malik, J.C. Beatty, and Chad Wood in the 14th row. Going a little further back, Richard Fincher. Rich Gardner, the former baseball player, in row number 16. John Webb, his teammate Tootin in the 87, and Big John Silverthorne. Rounding out the field is Chris Cole in the number 4 car. Tough racetrack, isn't it?
Absolutely. It'll lull you into trouble. You think you're clear to get in the corner under somebody, they cut down, and all of a sudden you're in a big wreck.
Here we go, Joey Clanton and Butch Miller. Buddy Baker, do you know what time it is?
Race time.
Hold on to your lug nuts. It's time to go racing. Joey Clanton with the beat on Butch Miller coming right off the start of this one, and looks like he got through the gears a little better than Butch did.
And Butch Miller in the 04 car running 2nd there is not shifting today. He has the transmission that if he really had to, he can shift. But yesterday in qualifying did not option the changing gears down the straightaway, and still had a very fast race car. Later on in the race, I think it'll help him because you need that traction off the corner. If you spin the wheels, you get in trouble here.
Just saw Robbie Pyle just behind Butch Miller, battling it out with the AC Delco number 7 for Gary St. Amant. We're seeing a lot of side-by-side battling already. You spoke of Butch not shifting. He said, it just messes me up.
Yeah, and David Stremme in that 11 car. As you see Robbie Pyle there on the bottom of the racetrack right now, going by Butch Miller. But look at this race. Gary St. Amant right now and Sawinski down the back straightaway, side by side in the turn 3.
What's up, Jim Trado?
Well, Kevin Sawinski's whole crew spent the last week and a half trying to get the ignition bugs out of this race car. The whole of Favor Racing team's been battling that. If you've been watching us on TNN with the ASA Series, Sawinski and his entire operation, they've gone through every component on the electronics and the ignition. They've changed it all, so they were trying to avoid what cost them a very costly run. He still got on the podium last race, but he had to work awfully hard to do it. Can't afford any track position loss with ignition cutting out here at Memphis.
Yes, and I went down and looked these cars over. They have one ignition in there. They don't have the dual system like the NASCAR cars have. It's one system, but to clear that system, you can cut the switch off and it clears the computer, and then you go back racing.
But that takes time, and you lose a lot of positions when that happens.
Yeah, but the electronics in this car are quite different from a Western Cup or Busch Grand National car, and that's the reason you don't have double ignition in there.
Oh, trouble. Chris Cole in the number 4 goes around on the racetrack. That will bring out the first caution of the day.
And as you watch Sawinski on the bottom, that's the preferred line, but Gary St. Amant on the outside seems to carry more speed off the corner than Sawinski. So side by side and 2 wide groove right now. So the preferred line, what is it, high or low? It looks like Gary St. Amant says high works.
And Robbie Pyle is saying, hello, Joey Clanton, because I am on your back bumper, so look out. The red rocket for the Sitco 63 is coming on. Robbie Pyle looks strong, buddy.
He is very strong right at the moment, quicker down the straightaway, also getting in the corner, able to, trouble here.
Trouble. Chris Douglas in the wall in that number 73 machine.
Yeah, and he's a driving instructor on a school that they have here. I imagine he's a little red-faced at the moment.
Yeah, probably so. Chris Douglas hoping for a good run, but don't know if his day is done, but that car has certainly made contact with the wall. Stremme still on the outside of Casey Smith. Casey, all of 17 years old.
Wow, 17, and really can drive the heck out of a race car. In Texas, they tell me he's unbeatable.
Another 17-year-old just behind him, talking about Kyle Busch in that 07 car. Kyle is making his way through the field after starting way back in this field. We spoke to him at the top of the broadcast, had some troubles in qualifying, but he is moving through the pack already in the top 10.
Kyle Busch absolutely flying in the 07, that blue car. And the one nice part about him, he was not disturbed because he had a bad qualifying, because he knows that he's very, very good in the race.
Kyle Busch started 20th, has really worked his way through the field, trying to become the W.J. Flemings Hard Charger Award winner here for the guy that moves the most spots up through the pack. David Stremme in that Meyer machine, still battling, trying to hold off Danny Fredrickson now. Sandy Yang?
Well, right now I just talked to David Stremme's crew chief, Howie Leno. Howie said the car is extremely tight. It was not tight at all yesterday during all their practice and qualification. So David is trying to hang on to that car until they can make an adjustment at the pit stop.
And there is Howie Leno, legendary crew chief here in ASA. A lot of Winston Cup teams have tried to get Howie Leno, but he said, I'm staying here in ASA because I love it. Meyer machine. David Stremme in the 8th spot, though. Just behind him a couple of spots is the 86 of Jason Boyd. Those two have a little history. Oh, just a couple weeks ago in Toledo, Ohio, when the two of them got together on the very last lap.
Leading rookie contender David Stremme had this incident spoil his run at Toledo Speedway. Last race, he was battling for 4th on the final lap where he and Jason Boyd got together. Stremme was very disappointed after that race about how the outcome came about because he said, I don't drive that way. Well, he had a chance to talk to Jason Boyd yesterday here this weekend at Memphis. And David, how's it stand between you and Jason right now?
Well, I think we cleared things up last weekend. We talked for an hour after the race, and you know, we got to concentrate on this weekend here at Memphis. We got a very strong car, and hopefully we can keep the Meyer car up front. We're also, you know, one thing we got to look at, we're involved in a points championship chase here and the rookie of the battle. So hopefully we can see how things go today.
Well, David Stremme's been very fast all season long. As the season winds down, he'll have to race with caution and aggression to win the title.
Buddy Stremme a little bit distraught after that one because he says, I don't like to race like that.
Well, you know, and I think it goes back to when he got into Gary St. Amant and won at Salem. You know, he does not drive that way, and he was very disappointed in so.